This is in response to Sicko by Michael Moore. I'm 23 years old, and my wife and I, neither one of us have health insurance. We can't afford it. When I was in the military, I had it, and then I got kicked out for medical reasons. And we can get coverage, but it's between $400 and $600. And right now, I'm a working student, and she's just working. So a movie like this or a film like this really affects us. And for people to criticize Michael Moore or criticize anybody else, that says, you know what, this is a system that needs to be fixed. Criticizes people that say that really needs to take a good hard look at the system as it stands. That I'm just a prime example, but we're in $25,000 to $50,000 worth of medical debt just because we don't have health insurance, and we've had to rely on charitable organizations for our doctor's visits because we can't afford $100 to go see the doctor, or we have ER bills because of car accidents or whatnot. It's just a really bad situation for people that they can't afford health insurance, but they're too well off to get help from the government. When we applied, they asked how much we made, and I was on unemployment, but I wasn't making anything because I hadn't worked long enough, and so I was making too much money, but my wife, who was working, wasn't making enough money. It was just so retarded, and I don't mean that in a bigotry way. I mean, literally, the system is so screwed, and I don't mean to give any spoilers. If you haven't watched the movie, go watch it. It's available for download for free. If you don't want to spend $10, you can go to thepiratebay.org, and they've got it for free. That's how I saw it. Michael Moore is supporting it, so don't think you're stealing. He's the one who probably leaked it. The system is so screwed up that people are being paid to deny people like us because I have asthma. Okay, well, I'm going to die. But, they're paid to deny people with or without medical problems. It is a corporation. These are corporations, and Nixon is, the one that said, yeah, sure, let's do this. He's the one who said, this sounds like a good idea. Let's implement this and screw everyone. And that's what's going on. We're being screwed. People from other countries can't afford to come to the United States, the land of the free, without taking out an insurance plan before they leave. And you know what? We're not the only one with managed care, but it seems like when the average person watches the media and reads the media, these places that are doing well with medical are demonized. They're, we as citizens are told that they're stupid, or like Canada, the stupid Canadians, they're the 52nd state, and we're just going to invade and take over because they have nothing, and they have that weird accent, and the French, they don't bathe, and they speak funny, stupid Frenchies, and when the truth is that the French have a better grasp of democracy than America does. And I think they always have, since they overthrew... you may learn something here. Ever since they overthrew their last dictator, Napoleon, they've just had a better grasp. I mean, in France, people make the government afraid of them by protesting and rioting And here, we are giving up our freedoms so that we don't rock the boat. Ooh, rock the boat. Oh no, Big Brother's gonna come and get us. And you know what? My parents grew up in Big Brother, in an age where they were afraid of Big Brother, and we should be too. If this is what it's going to come out to, sorry that I'm ranting, but this is what it's come down to, is the fact that the government's telling you to be afraid of, or the companies are telling you to be afraid of the government controlling your healthcare, when really it's some guy in some other state who doesn't even know you, who doesn't give a crap about you, and they're telling you, or they're telling the doctor not to perform that life-saving operation because it's going to cost his company a couple $100s. It's ridiculous. Healthcare should not be something that's people are making a profit with. And I usually don't like Michael Moore. Not because I don't trust him, but he is biased. He's liberal biased. And I'm not a biased guy. I like to play both sides of the field, and in this film he does. I mean, he rags on Bush, and then he goes and rags on Hillary. I mean, people are like, oh, go Hillary, she's going to fight for our health care. Well, she took the second highest bribe next to Bush to shut up about it. So you tell me. I know for me, if I get the opportunity, I'm getting out of here. I was in the military. I graduated high school in 2002, and I mean, that was my senior year. 9/11 happened in 01, and I was one of the many people standing in line to get in and fight for this country. And here we are now, 7 years later, 6 years later, and the next chance I get, I'm leaving. If something doesn't change soon. This is too much crap. I'm moving to, England or Canada or France if I have to. I mean, France seems like a really good option. I may have to learn that dirty French language, but at least my healthcare is taken care of. And I can take off work if I need to, if I'm sick. And I'm not going to get penalized for it. Like here. If you haven't seen the movie, you really need to. And if you don't want to go spend $10, which it's well worth $20 to see this. It's worth to buy it when it finally comes out on DVD for reference information. If you don't want to spend it, if you're not sure, keep an open mind and go to thepiratebay.org. This is information that everybody needs to know. And if you still don't agree with it, then you can sit here and you can pay the high deductibles and you can move in with your children when you can't afford it, when you get sick and are denied health care. The rest of us, we're moving to Canada.